be nice to the Democrats and the liberals. We're seeing a lot of angst and everything from many of them, sure. But you got to keep in mind what the media has done to the the society's view on Trump. People really believe Trump is a bad guy. People really believe he's a womanizer. People really believe that Obama and Biden are the reason Trump's terms went well. And as absurd as that sounds, you have to understand that when you get one media source and you split it into multiple sources and they think they're all different sources and they're hearing the same thing again and again and again, and they now cannot understand real news. They reject any truth at all. Well, that has a very strong effect on the psyche. They really believe this stuff. And they do not view themselves as being hateful. They view themselves, as far as their actions, as being courageous. And this is just basic psychology through a great deal of programming and constantly putting these images in front of their head. Um, they will have very radical views and think that anything outside of that is radical. It's not that they think that anything right wing is radical. Anything outside of what they've been programmed to believe is considered radical. So, yes, they're really overreacting right now, and we are seeing the effects, the adverse psychological effects the media has had on them by the way they're responding to a pretty decent thing. You know, a, a two terrible actors are being removed from the White House that have just destroyed so many parts of this nation. And now a competent, very well liked man that was loved by Democrats for decades has taken over and has brought balance back from the far right and from the far left and is coming back to common sense. And they don't perceive it that way. Understand that these people, when they speak against Trump and everything, they in their minds, they're not bad mouthing civil liberties. They're not attacking people over race and everything. They're not attacking our constitutional rights. In their mind, they really aren't. What we see them do in their actions is how they view everyone else. And you can see their strong emotional reactions and their lashing out is proof of this brainwashing. You could grab someone, SPECT scans have shown, or MRI scans have shown this. You could grab somebody who's been brainwashed into hating a gender or race type, okay? And someone can also be brainwashed with truth. And if you put that image in front of them, or if you say that thing, they will both have the same reaction of being brainwashed. So you could have someone who is brainwashed with this very radical liberalism to where they honestly believe in sex changes for little children and they feel no remorse. They will have a strong belief with something like that, along with someone who says destroying and harming children sexually or just mutilating their body is evil and bad. We should protect those children. You could actually tell that person, as far as protecting children, you could actually program them with that correct thing, that natural response, that natural morality, to the point of brainwashing them to the point where instead of their logic level popping up first, just like the other side, that brainwashing will, you'll see the same reaction. And I tell you this because I think it's important for Republicans to not respond immediately with that brainwashing tendency, because when it comes to morality, you're going to be correct. So you need to take a moment on how you're going to respond, and respond logically with a proper argument that has to do with right and wrong, rather than lashing out back to them. And I know it's very strange and foreign to believe that there could be someone that believes in hormone therapy and changing the sex of a child and creating a medical condition and a psychological condition to a child. That person can, honest to God, believe and feel, be brainwashed to the point that not doing that evil to a child and being there for them and protecting them and helping them instead is, in their minds, an evil and horrible thing to do. You see, the Democrat Party has learned to create disorders and social issues and tell those people that Republicans don't support you and they hate you, vote for us and we'll protect you, after they've created that disorder and pushed it on the people and put it through the educational system in order to get votes, because they don't have a moral high ground. They don't have a logical high ground. They don't have an economical stance. They don't have any of that. They just want control. And that's why we see them do the things that they do. So let's not respond in the same way. Let's look to protect and, I'm sorry, protect second. But first, let's take a look at how we respond, how we're going to respond, and take that moment first. Take that moment first. And then prepare yourself on what you're going to say, because that will be greatly beneficial, truly, greatly beneficial for them. And it is helping them, not us. It is helping them, the other side, come back to the point of basic morality first. And that's what we need to focus on, and that's how we need to behave.